evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Davis Field for tonight's Heart of America women's soccer quarterfinal matchup between the number 8 seeded Baker Wildcats and your number 1 Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of Character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now at this time, if you would please rise and remove your hats for a prayer followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm, help us to honor you in all you do on and off the field, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And now let's meet the starters for today's contest. First, for the visiting team on the school board, number 8, Baker University. Number 11, Kat Sargent. Number 12, Caitlin Mules. Number 13, Macy Albright. Number 16, Annika Munch. Number 18, Kate Niermeyer. Number 21, Darcy Cato. Number 22, Aubrey Corin. Number 23, Sadie Dittman. Number 24, Bella Wiles. Number 25, Emma Schieber. And in goal, number 1, Georgia Martin. The Wildcats are led by head coach Sarah Matthews, and she's assisted by Gordon Temple, Andy Grudenbaum, and Haley Harris. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your number 1 overall seed, Central Methodist Eagles. A graduate midfielder and a Hart third team all-conference selection, number 3, Renee Barrett. Junior midfielder and a Hart third team all-conference selection, number 6, Cade Yamaguchi. This year's Hart player and Hart defender of the year, a senior defender, number 7, Alicia Zamora. A freshman midfielder and a Hart first team all-conference selection, number 8, Larissa Azodio. Freshman forward, number 10, Paula Castro. Freshman midfielder, number 12, Delia Letelier. Freshman defender in a Hart first team all-conference selection, number 17, Nereida Munoz. Senior midfielder in a Hart third team all-conference selection, number 19, Celine Witt. This year's Hart freshman of the year, number 21, forward, Mariana Barreto. This year's Hart newcomer of the year, sophomore forward, number 24, Christine Leak. And in goal, freshman number 1, Candela Blanco. The Eagles are led by 2023 Hart Coach of the Year, Dan Schmidlin. He's assisted by Tyler Watkins and Judith Gonzalez Oliveras. Good luck to both teams. right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Davis Field here on the beautiful campus of Central Methodist University. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central, bringing you the call for tonight's game. We've got Hart Conference quarterfinal action here for you between the number 8 seeded Baker Wildcats, who are welcome to Davis Field by number 1 overall seed Central Methodist. And we're trying to get our camera figured out here with the rain coming down, so we'll switch back to this other camera for now, and we'll bring it over here shortly for you and get the other one. So CMU enters this contest, Hart regular season champions for the 5th consecutive year. Eagles 15-1-1 overall, perfect 11-0 mark in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. All right, you can switch back on. Okay, good. So this is actually one of the nightcaps for this conference tournament, as the other games were played at 1, 2:30, and 5. So we will bring you all those scores here momentarily as we go along. Of course, Missouri Valley and Clark, that's a 7-2 matchup over in Marshall. Started at 5 o'clock, so if you want to look at some scores here from around the conference tourney, I'm going to read them to you right about now. So Benedictine took care of business at home. That was a 4-5 matchup against number 5 Park. Score 3-1, so they'll advance, and they will play the winner of CMU versus Baker on November 8th. Mid-American Nazarene, the number 3 seed in the tournament, took care of business against number 6 Grandview 2-0 in Olathe earlier today. And then I think Missouri Valley is currently up on Clark at halftime 1-0. So about half of our semifinal bracket is set. So we'll bring you the rest of those scores as they come along today. Of course, the CMU women, being such a dominant team as they were all year long, nearly swept the Hart Superlative Awards. They won 5 of the 6 plaques. The only one they didn't win was the Hart Offensive Player of the Year, but incredible effort nonetheless. Alicia Zamora, senior captain out of Valladolid, Spain, has been anchoring the defensive backline. She was not only named the Hart Defensive Player of the Year, as Leak tries to put a foot on that one. Can't quite connect. Good job by Martin just to scoop that one up. Zamora, both the Hart Defensive Player of the Year and Hart Player of the Year. And Mariana Barreto, Freshman of the Year. She was surely in the running for Player of the Year honors. And then Leak was the Hart Newcomer of the Year, and head coach Dan Schmidlin was the Hart Coach of the Year. And of course, when you run the table in the conference, that's to be expected, as Witt sends one over to Barreto. It's a good tackle by... If I can find my lamps, I'll tell you guys who all's on the field having technical difficulties. Caitlin Ewell's a nice tackle. CMU is going to maintain possession, though. I think that's going to be either a throw-in or a very, very deep corner. Again, I have a 6-inch wall that I get to stare at, so I don't get to see all the action necessarily, but it's going to be a corner. That'll be Larissa Azario. I'll let the peanut gallery confirm for me, though, over on the left. Ball sent in. Headed. Got it. Goal.
So the 2023 Freshman of the Year, Mariana Barreto, puts Central on the board, and a common connection that I've seen throughout this year, Larissa Osorio to Barreto. And that finds the back of the net, and CMU leads 2-0. So just like that, Neneta Munoz puts CMU up 2-0. Just 6 minutes into this contest, and CMU's well in control early on. And we're just in the opening 6 minutes of this match. So Barreto and Munoz, both Hart first team all-conference selections, one at forward and one at defender, put CMU out in front here. 2-0 on the number 8 seeded Wildcats. Appreciate the confirmation that my folks are giving me in the box, because we don't have the best jerseys, so it's sometimes hard to make out who is who, but got confirmation on that. So CMU out in front 2-0 here. Zamora over to Yamaguchi. Ball kept by Castro. Castro sends a left-footed shot into the box. That's Christine Leak. Leak right at Martin, though. So I think Martin just got caught in an unlucky spot on that last goal by Munoz. A really well-taken ball that I thought might be better served as a cross, but ends up finding the back of the net. We'll get a foul called. I'm going to assume it was on either Zamora or Munoz. So the Wildcats enter this matchup 5-10-2 overall, 4-6-1 in conference play. So just squeaked into the conference tournament here as the 8 seed. Ewells sends that one into the box. Gets by everyone except the goalkeeper, so Blanco smothers that one up easily. Again, no real surprise on the women's side yet in terms of upsets. The men had some interesting ones. William Penn, last year's Cinderella team, as the 2 seed this year, got knocked off by Mount Mercy in Oskaloosa, so they will advance. And we'll take on... They don't reseed in the conference tournament, so they'll take on number 3 Mid-American Nazarene in the conference semifinals. So that's really been the only upset on the men's side of the conference tournament. Of course, Benedictine took care of business as the 4 against number 5 Park. CMU well in control here over the number 8 seeded Wildcats. Azario heads it. That was Leak again, wide left. She gives the thumbs up to Azario, and again, Azario plays the midfield and does a good job of distributing passes and putting her teammates up in goal-scoring opportunities, and Leak just a little bit too far off of that one. But, again, a good idea from the freshman-sophomore duo. Zamora. Up to Azario. Azario is looking for Witt. Good defense, though, by Baker. Dittman turns it over, and Castro sends it over to Witt on the far side. Celine Witt likes to pull that one back. Gets it to Letelier. Letelier to Azario here on the near side. Zamora swings it out to Munoz. Munoz, Barrick. Letelier. That's Brene Barrick. Heart 13 all-conference selection. Azario to Witt. Again, CMU finished with 8 all-conference selections, including 5 on the first team. 5 of the 6 superlative awards were won by CMU players, including Alicia Zamora doubling up as both the Hart Player and Hart Defender of the Year. There's an all-conference selection of Yamaguchi. She goes down. Sadie Dittman will get called for the foul, number 23. So it'll be a free kick for CMU, and Zamora will take that one. Zamora about at the 25. Zamora lets the offense get set up. She sends one into the box. High over everyone's head. Of course, one of my favorite sayings, it goes through the uprights of the goalpost. And if we were playing American football, that's 3 points. But alas, we are not. So it's just going to be a simple goal kick for Baker. You're correct. 0 points. No points for you. So Martin. Barrick heads that one. That's Munoz. Munoz, I think for the second or third game in the row, is sporting some black gloves. Over to Zamora. Zamora up to Munoz. Munoz drives it upfield. He's got Leak and Witt. That's Celine Witt. Witt with some space. Maintains possession. Witt sends one into the box. Deflected back out. Good defense by Bakers. They'll just elect to set up their defense. CMU will get a throw in deep in Wildcat territory as we just hit the 33-minute mark of the first half. CMU 2 quick goals from Barreto and Munoz in the opening 6 minutes. Witt, Castro. That ball goes out of play. Again, it'll be a Eagle throw-in. It's Castro. Castro to Barrick. Barrick to Letelier. Delia Letelier. Witt. Letelier maintains possession. Letelier. Celine Witt. Shot. Too far wide for the senior. Witt. One of those 8 Hard All Conference selections. She landed on the 3rd team in her 3rd season as an Eagle. Well, she's going to graduate early, though. So she's playing her final games of her career here in the month of November. Letelier to Azario. Azario looking for Leak. Headed back. Baker sends that one way upfield. Zamora. To Munoz. Our meteorologist and all-around weatherman, Tim Crowley, has some bit of information. Tonight is daylight savings, so be sure at 2 a.m. to set your clocks back an hour so you get an extra hour of sleep, correct? He gives me the thumbs up, so the people at home will be very happy to know that. So just a reminder for all you folks, if that wasn't top of your list today, do it. Make sure you knock that out. Castro up to Witt. Barrick, third team all-conference selection. Up to Barreto. That's the Hart Freshman of the Year. Barreto maintains possession. Over to Castro. Castro back to Letelier. Letelier to Munoz. Munoz. Barrick. Nice move by Barrick. And CMU just controlling possession here from start to finish in this opening 16 minutes of play. That's Barreto. Ball sent in. Witt tries to chase it down, and she does. Goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Baker. Witt doesn't like the call, and it'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats. CMU. If the score holds, they would face Benedictine College in the Hart semifinals on Wednesday, November 8th. Time to be determined, of course, pending on this game. I would assume it would be an evening game, but you never know. To be determined, so. That's Zamora. Letelier. Barrick. To Munoz. Munoz sends it into the middle. Was looking for Leak. Deflected back, and good job by Macy Albright. Chases that one down and pushes Central back. And of course, CMU's just going to reset and try pinpoint some holes in the Wildcat defense. It's turned over. Munch comes away with it. But as I say that, CMU with possession. That's Barrick. Barrick to Castro. Castro chases it down. Letelier. Witt sends it to the middle. Letelier. Zario to Munoz. Munoz sends that into no man's land. Wildcats come away with it. Turnover by the Wildcats. Celine Witt with it. Celine, she's got Letelier on her left. Letelier sends one in. Good defense by Baker. Still in the box, though. That's Barreto. High boot. No call. Ball gets skied back to Zamora. Zamora is just going to send it over to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi to Zamora. Zamora to Azario. That's Bella Wiles trying to come away with it. Again, CMU Volleyball also took care of business today. They started their conference tournament run in the postseason. They took care of business against William Penn. A little bit of a slow start in that first set, but really turned the Jets on in sets 2 and 3 and came away with a 3-set sweep over the Statesmen, who were the number 7 seed in the tournament. So CMU Volleyball is going to host Mid-America Nazarene, which I believe is the 4. No, they might be this. I think they're the 6. They're the 6. I'm pretty sure they're the 6 seed because they knocked off Mount Mercy, who was the 3 up in Cedar Rapids. So the Hart South Division for Heart of America Volleyball is quite impressive. So I wouldn't be surprised to see an all-Hart semifinal. Yep, all South Division. Because you'd have Park, CMU, MNU, and Benedictine. I don't know what that score was, but they play at 7 o'clock tonight. So we'll know that final bracket later this evening. But and Azario takes a shot, and I think we'll have maybe a stoppage in play. We'll see. The official hasn't signaled yet. Yeah. Of course, folks like to yell at the press box, but when the officials don't signal with the X, then we don't know. But clock is stopped, so Azario goes down. Clocks will reset or resume action. Always interesting. No, he's not. So, but CMU Volleyball, they'll host Mid-American Nazarene this Tuesday in the Hart semifinals. That'll be a 7 o'clock first serve. Eagles will look to make their 4th conference tournament championship game in the last 5 years. Eagles won the conference tournament in 2019 over Grandview and Des Moines. Grandview and Benedictine College for volleyball will be at 7 o'clock, so we'll bring you that action, or we'll bring you those scores as they come, but I would not be surprised if that's an all-Hart South Division semifinal. The South is quite dominant in volleyball compared to the North. So, unlike in women's soccer, though, it's a straight 1 through 8. Doesn't matter North-South. This is a matchup between 1 and 8. CMU 2 quick goals in the opening 6 minutes. If you're just now joining us, CMU got the lead that they're currently at the moment. Baker looking to pull an upset, but they need some goals and they need them quickly. Well, looks like we'll have a couple substitutions for CMU here shortly. So Andre Jimenez and Lacey Ann Murray will see action here in the first half. Assume at the next dead ball, Baker will have a couple substitutions as well. Baker will be number 10, Emmy Nichols, and number 29, Grace Higgins. Castro to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi to Zamora. Zamora's going to swing it over, I assume, to the far side to Munoz, and she will. So 4 substitutions coming in total. See, this is the third of 3 games today that CMU's hosted on campus. We had, of course, Hart Tournament Volleyball at 11 a.m. this morning. We had Heart of America Football between Baker and CMU, and then the nightcap here. All right, sorry we had a slight delay. My keen eyes spotted a person and a dog across the way, just hanging out on the track, so I thought I'd let the proper people know. Chad Gaines, if you're listening, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the text message. Chad, of course, is our vice president for athletics, tuning in tonight. He was here for volleyball this morning and then was around for football today as well. So, Chad, I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in on me. Tell Crystal she needs to behave herself. So just under 20 minutes left here in half number one. If you're just now joining us, 2 goals by Barreto and Nereida Munoz in the first 6 minutes. Gave us our scoreline where we are today, or where we are right now. Munoz sends another one into the box. Leak heads that. And that's going to be another goal for Munoz, and she's got a brace. CMU leads 3-0 here at Davis Field. So correction on that. Leak with the goal. I thought that Munoz had her second goal of the night, but Leak just got enough of a touch on it. Found the back of the net, but that'll go down as an assist for Munoz, and she's played well here from a defensive standpoint. And CMU leads 3-0 here at Davis Field. Lacey Ann Murray and Andrea Jimenez both in. Renee Barrick coming off for CMU, and I don't know who the second substitution was. Celine Witt off for CMU. Castro, she's got some space. Was looking for Murray. Martin scoops that one up. And CMU's going to have 3 more substitutions. I think it's going to be number 18, Lauren Berger, number 13, Maya Henriksen, and then number 2, Manuela Pollicini. 27? Oh, I don't know. Darn it. It's close. CMU well in front here, just in the opening 27 minutes of this game. CMU well on their way to a Heart semifinal berth. And then CMU will have 1 more substitution, I think. That'll be number 9, Stine Lee. So 4 substitutions coming up for CMU here shortly. And they're all going to come on now. So Pollicini, Heinrichsen, Berger, and Lee, they will replace Osorio, number 8, Castro, number 10, Leak, number 24, and I believe that's Barreto, number 21. So 6 substitutions in total for CMU. It's a good idea to get them some other folks in. Jessica Meda, number 22, will also come in here as a sub here late in this first half. Murray flicks a shot on. He's looking for Heinrichsen. Lee goes out of play. Is that Azario that came off? Oh, Yamaguchi. So Yamaguchi comes off. Maeda comes on. And Baker just been playing defense this whole first half, just trying to find some sort of offensive rhythm, but not really had much luck. I don't think they've had any shots or anything close to being a shot, as we've played a majority of the half on Baker's side of the field. So Wildcats just been playing defense. Ball kept in play. Excuse me. Official thinks otherwise, so it goes out of play. That'll be a throw-in for Central, Jessica Maeda. Quick throw-in back to Zamora here on the near side. Maeda, the throw-in. Letelier. Maeda was looking for Heinrichsen. Anka Munch right there to give chase for the Wildcats. Throw in for CMU. Looking for Lee. Stine Lee tries to chase it down. Stays with CMU on possession. Will be a throw-in. Just under 13 minutes left here. Half number one. Again, once we hit the halftime break, we'll give you some quick stats, and then we'll come back in about 15 minutes for second half action. Jimenez. Nice move from Jimenez. Left-footed shot. Great save by Martin. Punches it away. Actually, I think it was just a little bit wide because it ends up being a goal kick for the Wildcats. This is not the first time these teams have met up this year. CMU took care of business against the Wildcats back on September 20th here at Davis Field. It was a 4-0 victory for the Eagles. Murray. Macy Albright. Albright still with it. Again, in that 4-0 victory on September 20th. Goals from Zamora, Castro, Jimenez, and Leak. CMU finished with 22 total shots, 14 shots on frame, compared to just 7 shots and 5 shots on frame for the Wildcats. Baker yet to record a shot this evening, as they find themselves trailing 3-0 here in the opening 35 minutes of this game. CMU just controlling the offensive pace. Heinrichsen up to Murray. Lacey Ann Murray shot. Great save by Martin. Didn't quite have the angle. Was Lacey Ann Murray. We'll get 2 more substitutions for CMU, 1 for Baker. For Baker, it'll be Lydia Brinker, number 27. And then coming off for CMU is going to be Letelier and Munoz. Pinchard and Carly Edwards. Karis Pinchard and Carly Edwards will come on for CMU. Coming off for Baker is going to be number 22, Aubrey Corin. So, ball sent in. Heinrichsen. Shot blocked. Heinrichsen. Still with it. That's Berger. Sent back out. Ball sent upfield. Too far out in front, though, for the Wildcats, so no harm, no foul there for Baker, or for CMU. Rain's starting to come down. It's been steady rain for most of the afternoon. Had some showers when the football game was going on, and they've continued here into the evening. Murray with some space. Murray pulls it back. He's looking for Heinrichsen. Good defense, though, by Baker. Sends it back out. CMU with possession still. Ball goes out of play. It'll be throwing for CMU. That'll be Pinchard throwing it into Murray. Murray flicks it on to Jimenez. Andrea Jimenez. Jimenez to Berger. Got it. Goal. So Jimenez finds Berger for the score, and CMU leads 4-0 here over the Wildcats in the Hart Conference Tournament quarterfinal. We'll get a foul. I believe that was on Lauren Berger. As the showers are really starting to come down now. Quite a rainy evening here at Davis Field. I'd like to give a shout out to all of my folks that are working outside in the rain. I appreciate you all. As this ball is sent in. Right at Blanco, though. Thank you. Emma Doyle is going to come in. She's going to replace Zamora. Jimenez tries to flick a ball on. And Martin came off her line. A little bit of miscommunication between there and her defender, so could have been an open goal. Ball sent in. Headed. Ball sent out. I'll go the way of CMU. We're just about at 5 minutes left here in the first half. Again, we'll give you quick stats here as we wrap up. First half, we'll have about 15 minutes on the clock. And I think besides Blanco, a majority of CMU starters have come off the field, and you have to imagine we'll see them here in the second half. Again, shout out to my staff for working out in the rain. I got Jimena DeTheo and Delaney Miller running cameras and social for me. Of course, those two are varsity volleyball players, took care of business this morning in Puckett, so shout out to them. Rest of the team, if y'all are watching, appreciate you guys taking care of business. And KJ Johnson, my stud intern, trying to make a GA next year. We'll see if we can convince her, though. Again, just wandering out in the rain. Doyle up to Murray. Murray back inside. That's Heinrichsen with a shot. Curves. Too far wide, though. I thought it might hit the play clock, but alas, it did not. It's about 3 minutes left here. Again, we'll do the 60-second countdown. If you're just now joining us, CMU 2 early goals from Barreto and Munoz, and then Christine Leak as well, and on the scoring, as is Lauren Berger. Those are the latest 2 goals here. It's a 4-0 lead for the Eagles over the Wildcats here in this Hart Conference Tournament semifinal matchup. Of course, the winner of this game will host number 4 Benedictine College next Wednesday. This coming Wednesday. CMU looks like they're well in position to do just that. So, Pinchard throws that one in. Meda. Lee back to Pinchard. Pinchard to Policini, turned over. Jimenez comes away with it, though, for CMU. Just about 2 minutes left. Heinrichsen. Just under 2 minutes left. CMU looking for their 5th goal. Well in control of this game from start to finish. Baker trying to put something together here in the closing moments of this first half. Have some momentum going into the locker room, but it's been all CMU in this first 45. Murray to Jimenez. Jimenez pulls back over to Pinchard. 90 seconds left here. CMU 15-1-1 overall, 12-0, or excuse me, 11-0. One minute remaining. S 60-second countdown is underway. Again, as we get to halftime, we'll give you some quick stats, and then we'll take about a 15-minute break, and we'll bring you the second 45 here from Davis Field. Hart Conference Women's Soccer quarterfinal action. CMU women looking to complete the sweep of both the Hart regular season and conference tournament titles for the 5th consecutive year. Yeah, you read that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As Delaney Miller would say in the box, that's a whole hand. It sure is. We just hit about the 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So that'll do it here for first half action. I'll bring you some quick stats here, but I'll take a quick break. Don't go away. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. So we have hit halftime here at Davis Field. I appreciate everyone tuning in and listening to this broadcast. So CMU finishes that first half with 13 total shots, 6 of them on goal, compared to just 1 shot and 1 shot on goal for the Wildcats. A couple of corners, no corners for Baker yet. 3 fouls for CMU, 1 for the Wildcats. Looking at the line score and the scoring plays, Mariana Barreto got things started just in the 6th minute of play with the assist from Larissa Osorio. And less than 17 seconds later, Nereda Munoz with the assist from Renee Barrick puts CMU up 2-0 here. And then Christine Leak scores in the 26th minute on a header, which was assisted by Munoz. And Lauren Berger with the 4th goal of the match and assisted by Andrea Jimenez. So good job by my Jay getting all these assists. It's always hard and tricky, but it's done well. So CMU's got a 4-0 lead here. They're well on their way to a Hart Conference Tournament semifinal matchup. They lead the Baker Wildcats 4-0 here at Davis Field. So we'll take about a 13-minute break. We'll come back for second half action, so don't go away. We'll be back soon. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. All right, we are back. Welcome into second half action here at Davis Field. We've got Hart Women's Soccer Conference tournament action for you. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications, bringing you the call. CMU up 4-0 here, well in control. I want to give a shout out to Mike Doyle and the family watching from Arizona. Mike, I wasn't sure what was going on when I was getting all these those messages on Facebook, or it was like Facebook audio. So not intentional to ignore you, just wasn't sure what they were, but we got the links up and got it ready. We'll get a stoppage and play. I think we might get our first booking of the evening. We'll see who they give it to. I think this will be number 24, Bella Wiles. No card issued, but we did stop the clock. Oh, she is. The official will get his card out. Correct. So Bella Wiles, I believe, is going to be issued that card. So Mike and family, shout out to you guys. Appreciate you tuning in from Arizona. Zamora. The free kick. Ball sent back. Again, when we get into conference tournament time, I usually don't create those streaming links until day of. So everyone, no need to worry. You can always catch conference tournament action for any CMU sport on the Hart Conference Network, so you don't ever need to worry about that. I will eventually get those links up. So, again, appreciate everyone tuning in and listening. From wherever you are, we've got them from all over. CMU 13 first half shots, 6 of them on goal compared to just one shot on goal for the Wildcats. CMU well in control. That's Barreto. Barreto to Leak. Little give a go. Barreto. Mariana Barreto sends one. Got it. Goal. So Barreto notches her second goal of the afternoon as we pull up a replay for you. So nice little give and go from Leak to Barreto. I don't know what happened on that replay. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't, but killing me, Smalls. CMU 5-0 lead, and again, very similar to what we saw in the first half. Quick goals scored in the opening 4 or 5 minutes. CMU making a statement early on, not letting any momentum swing in favor of the Wildcats here, and they've got a 5-0 lead here. Castro with some space. Over to Leak. Back to Castro. Paula Castro with some space down the left side. She's got Barreto in the middle. Right at Barton, though. Again, Christine Leak was chasing and lurking for CMU. Again, it's been a busy date for Georgia Martin, the junior goalkeeper for the Wildcats. Baker first threat. Ball skied over the crossbar for Baker. See if we can get a number on who shot that. Shot taken by number 22, Aubrey Corn, senior defender out of Kansas City, attended Park Hills South High School. First scoring opportunity for the Wildcats here in the first half. Had a good opportunity, just a little bit too high. Seen you looking to counter. Castro looking for Leak. Nice pass. Christine Leak shot. Too far wide right. That'll go out of play. And I think it might have just been deflected off of Martin, as I think we'll have a corner kick for the Eagles. So CMU likely to host Benedictine College as who is the 4 seed. That game will be on Wednesday, November 8th. And I just got confirmation that is a evening start. So we'll bring you all that action. 8. Blanco has a collision with Baker forward. And we'll have perhaps a stoppage in play. We'll see what the official elects to call here. And we will stop the clock. So a collision between Blanco Esteban and the Wildcat forward. Missouri Valley takes care of business against number 7 Clark. That was a 2-7 matchup earlier this evening in Marshall. It's a 2-0 win for the Vikings, so they will square off against Mid-America Nazarene, who's the 3 seed, so that's a 2-3 matchup. That'll be next Wednesday as well in Marshall, because, of course, the higher seed hosts. So 2, 3, and 4 are all in to the Hart semifinals. The 1 is the lone team to be finalized, although I think it's, unless something crazy happens, I think you can lock in your semifinal teams. We'll see. Witt up to Leak. Christine Leak goes down in the box. Nothing called. Good tackle, though, by Baker. Just 7.5 minutes into this second half. Mariana Bretta with her second goal of the night. Reigning Hart Freshman of the Year. So, it'll be a corner kick for the Wildcats. I think that might be their first corner kick of the evening. So, number 12, Caitlin Ewells, sophomore defender out of Bournemouth, England, takes this corner. And Letelier picks her pocket, and she's off to the races. Letelier slows down. Letelier ran out of gas there in the final 15, 20 yards and was getting chased by a couple Baker defenders and elected just to see if she could fire one off, but ran out of gas there. And easy work for Martinez. That was just a low dribbler. So we'll see. Barreto over to Leak. Christine Leak also with a shot. Wide left. Jimenez and Lacey Ann Murray, number 15 and 11, will come on. as well. I believe that's number 18, Lauren Berger, and it is. Officials said, okay, come on, and then said, actually, never mind. Now he's letting them come on, so Letelier is coming off, as is Barreto, as well as Leak, so. Or Barreto's still on yet, so Berger is not subbed on yet for Barreto. That'll be, I assume, at the next ball that goes out of play. We'll just have to see there. She might not even come in for Barreto at all. You never know. Barreto goes down. They'll call Kate Niermeyer for the foul. Niermeyer, senior midfielder out of Leawood, Kansas. Esteban comes way off of her lines. When I say way off her line, I mean she's almost at the 40. Goodness gracious. Foul will be called on Baker. I believe that's number 23, Sadie Dittman. So, CMU will get a free kick for the Eagles from about the 35. Ball sent into the box. Headed out. Munoz has to chase that one down. Blanco sends that one up to, that's Zamora. Zamora donning the captain's armband. Turnover, though, for the Eagles, and smart play just to get that one out of harm's way. Barreto and Sargent doing battle here on the near side. Baker comes away with it. Not before it's kicked out of bounds, though, and Berger's going to come on here shortly. See who she replaces. She'll replace Barreto. So 18 for 21. About, yes, I was just looking to see what the clock is. Just under 33 minutes left here. Again, it's been a busy day for our staff. We had Saturday morning quarterfinal volleyball up at Puckett. Then we had Saturday afternoon Hart South Division football, and we wrap it up with Hart Women's Soccer Conference Tournament quarterfinal action here. So appreciate everyone that's either attended or been listening online. You've gotten several different commentators. You had Q, Wildcat, Quentin Norris on the call for volleyball, and then you had Charlie Brown and company on the call for football, and then I think the people in the box are making fun of me, but then you get me for the nightcap, so apologies for you guys. Zamora sends this one in. Cleared though, so again, appreciate everyone tuning in or coming on out to listen to our broadcast. And Baker's got a little bit of a counter here. I think that was Dittman looking for some speed, but again, the speed of CMU and the back line is hard to match up against. And again, if you're looking for more action, we'll have varsity men's basketball for you on Monday night. They'll take on William Woods University, looking to go to 3-0 in regular season action. That ball is sent in. Of course, the Eagles cruised past health sciences and pharmacy. I think they won by, I don't even know what the score was. 116 to 60, so whatever that math is, 56. I would just say that's a lot. Murray called for offsides. Well out, at least a step or two in front of her defender, so that'll be the way of Baker. But yeah, CMU men's basketball looking pretty good here in the early going. So, what? Can you stat spot that? Is that what you're asking? Yes. We already talked about this. Yes. Oh, wait. So Pinchard will come on for CMU, and for Baker, that'll be number 4, Ellie Shoemate. Larissa Azorio's going to come off for CMU, and for Wildcats, will be number 21, Darcy Cato. So a couple substitutions here as we're just under 30 minutes remaining here. CMU 4 first half goals, and then a early goal in the second half from Mariana Barreto to lead the charge. Pinchard. Murray. Polacini also set to come on for CMU here shortly. So I think next week's schedule, we have men's basketball versus William Woods on Monday, volleyball versus William Penn on Tuesday, Mid-America on Tuesday, women's soccer versus Benedictine on Wednesday. Are we off Thursday? Oh. And then Friday, men's basketball versus Columbia College. So a busy next few weeks for your staff here at CMU Athletics. But again, it's a great opportunity for you guys to come out and watch a variety of different sports. As Polacini's going to come on, she's going to replace Barrick. Again, Renee Barrick, a Hart 13 All-Conference selection for the Eagles. Graduate transfer and actually came from Mid-America Nazarene University. So she knows this team and this conference very well. Jimenez to Castro. Castro back to Pinchard. Pinchard to Castro. That's Yamaguchi. Again, high pressure by Baker trying to press a little bit more. Blanco comes off her line. Stine Lee, number 9, will come on for CMU. She'll replace Castro. Again, a game like this, always good to get some of your younger players some playing time and helps better them for future games played. Good defense by Zamora. Zamora up to, I believe that's Witt. Witt goes down. Go out of play. That'll be a foul on number 25, Emma Schieber. We'll get a stoppage and play on the clock as she's down. So we'll take a quick break as she gets tended to. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. So that was Celine Witt that had to come off for CMU, had to get carried off, which is never a good sign. Hard tackle over on the far side. Not sure if she got her foot got caught in the turf or what happened there, but sure hope she's okay. Hendrickson comes on and replaces her. So it'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats deep in CMU territory. Collision in the box. Cleared though by CMU, and CMU looking to counter. That's Jimenez, Andrea Jimenez. She's got Heinrichsen out to her left. We'll get a foul on Baker. That's number 22, Aubrey Korn, just trying to slow down the attack at this point. It's about 24 and a half minutes left. Zamora skies this one right at Martin. Jessica Meda will come in for CMU here shortly. Baker looking to counter as well. It's Emma Schieber. Goes out of play. And I think it's going to be a corner kick for the Wildcats. But again, I've got a wall in front of me that I get to stare at instead of the field. But hopefully you guys at home can see this. And I bet money it's a corner. Or just a very, very deep throw in. No, it will be a corner. Switch it to that other one, will you? Yeah. So, corner kick sent into the box. Bounces around. Across the face of goal. Back in. Cleared though, and that's Heinrichsen. Heinrichsen giving chase. Kate Niermeyer also giving chase as well, so that'll be a foul on Heinrichsen. And you can hear the chippiness from all the way up here from the student section. So it'll be a free kick for Caitlin Ewells and the Wildcats. Official was not ready. He's having a discussion with the whole huddle of Eagles and Wildcats over there, just off your screen. The ball's right here. There were too many soccer balls on the field. We've resolved that issue. Ewells sends this one. Cleared out. Lacey Ann Murray flicks it on. Is looking for Jimenez. Berger goes down, and again you can hear the boo birds out for the crowd. Again, Jessica Meda and Carly Edwards will come on for CMU here shortly. Meda was that initial substitution, then Edwards joined her here on the sideline, just as we're about to hit 21 minutes remaining in this quarterfinal matchup. CMU well out in front, 5-0, as the 1 seed over the number 8 seeded Wildcats. So Meda and Edwards come on. And Munoz will come off, as will Zamora. And then Emma Doyle, number 5, will also come on for CMU. She will replace Kade Yamaguchi. And I think we'll have a couple more substitutions. We'll see when Coach Schmidlin elects to have them come on. May just all be an illusion, but you never know. What do you want me to do with this info? Oh. So the 1-2, all the top seeds from today's quarterfinal action will advance to Wednesday. For women's soccer, Benedictine, the 4 seed, took care of business against Park. Mid-America took care of business against Grandview as the 3-6, and then Missouri Valley 2-0 shutout of Clark and CMU. 18 and a half minutes away from completing the semifinal field. Now if we're looking at volleyball action here, CMU took care of business against William Penn earlier this afternoon in straight sets. Mount Mercy was swept by Mid-American Nazarene. That was a 6-3 matchup in Cedar Rapids. We'll get a stoppage of play on the clock. And someone's going to be getting a card. And Dan Schmidlin will get carded. He'll go in the book. Again, we'll confirm all these cards in post-game because they can get a little wild and out of hand. Grandview and Benedictine still going at it in Atchison, and then I'm assuming that Park beat Missouri Valley in the straight sets. That will be my assumption. Jimenez flicks it on to Murray. Lacey Ann Murray. Murray still dribbling. Murray takes a shot. Murray, shot deflected and blocked. 12. What was the Benedictine Grandview one? Who won the first set? So Benedictine up 1-0 on Grandview in Atchison. That's a 4-5 matchup. Corner sent into the box. Headed. I think that was mid. Headed right at Martin, though. 22. So again, Benedictine's just a couple sets away from completing the semifinal field for volleyball. That'll be an all Hearts South Division semifinal with Park, CMU, and we'll get a stoppage and play most definitely on that one, and that's going to be a card issued to number 11, Kat Sargent, and just a blatant jersey pull trying to... So, again, just under 17 minutes remaining, 16:35 left here. Tempers, I would say slowly rising, but I think we've gone from 0 to 100 quite quickly. So, again, postseason soccer, you just throw everything. You throw the book out the window with stuff that you see. So, We'll have a couple more substitutions for Baker. Then Keesla Gill will come in for CMU. Lee sends this one in right at Martin, though. Why not? So for Baker, number 20, Kendall Stalia, senior forward out of Olathe. And number 16, Annika Munch, senior defender out of Kansas City. They'll come in here shortly. And Munch actually a first half starter for the Wildcats. How's your clock doing? Okay. So foul on CMU. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats from about the 49 if you're looking at the grid marks on the football field. CMU football have one more game. They've completed their home schedule. They'll head to St. Louis and take on Missouri Baptist, who is new to the conference this year. I think they were independent. I don't know if the AMC had a football conference. Yeah, so they were either an independent or in a completely different conference. But they've joined the Heart of America for football, currently in their first year. Again, those substitutions will come in now here shortly. Gill will come on, and it looks like she's going to replace Murray, so Murray's evening is done. Ellie Shoemate will come off for the Wildcats, and then I believe that's number 25, Emma Schieber. Corner kick for the Wildcats will be Caitlin Ewells here in the... Switch that camera for me, will you? There we go. Again, a lot of conversing in the box to be had here. Official having some words with the wall. 13:54 left on the clock. And then Raquel Fajeda, number 14, she'll come on here for CMU shortly. Ball sent into the box. Headed. Still not cleared. Blanco goes down. We'll get another stoppage in play. And card will be assessed to there's a yellow card on someone. Couldn't tell you who the card was on. Again, this is why we confirm cards at the end of the match, but another card assessed. I think that's about the third or fourth one that we've had here. Policini sends one up to Berger. Berger to Heinrichsen. Heinrichsen. Back to Policini. That's Edwards over to Meda. Made it to Lee. Jersey pulling back to Pinchard. Pinchard over to Blanco. Edwards to Gill. Policini. Jimenez, give and go to Gill. That's Keesla Gill. Keesla Gill with some space. Looking for Berger. Too far out in front, though. Easy work for the Wildcats. That'll go through the back of the end zone. It'll just be a goal kick for Baker. Fajeda set to come on now. She'll replace Jimenez, so Jimenez's evening is done. And again, as we wind down on the clock here, before we end the stream, we'll give you some quick stats and kind of give you a preview of the tournament ahead for your Eagles in pursuit of their 5th straight tournament championship to go along with a 5th regular season championship. As Delaney Miller would say, you could fit that on one whole hand, and you sure can. So it's a new favorite saying of mine. And I would assume it's because her favorite number is 5 or because she wears the number 5. We can only assume. Foul by CMU, free kick for the Wildcats. Lee will get called for the foul. Push on number 18, Kate Niermeyer. Sorry, Zamora, the team captain, still doing her captain's duties from the sideline as she sprints down the track to provide instructions. Love that. What more could you want from a team captain? I don't know. So, ball sent into the box. Good save by Blanco. Initial touch on the deflection, and she scoops it up. And Blanco is down. We'll get a stoppage in play. I'm not sure what the injury would be. I don't think there was any contact. So she'll get up. Again, just because the score line is 5-0 doesn't mean the intensity hasn't gotten any less fiery here. Again, I always say it is postseason action, so you throw all the emotions out, and soccer's a naturally fiery sport anyway. That's Doyle, Emma Doyle. Martin clears it out, goes out of play. Just under 10 minutes left here. CMU 5-0 lead, 4 first half goals, including 2 within the first 5.5 minutes. Barreto got things started. She picked up a brace with a lone goal of the second half for the Eagles in just the 5th minute of play. Foul will be called on Keesla Gill. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats. Caitlin Yules will take this for the Wildcats. About 9 minutes left here in this quarterfinal match. Again, 3 of the 4 teams already set. CMU looking to complete it here within the next 10 minutes. Doyle A little bit too far out in front, and I think she might have just misplayed that one. That was a cross. Good idea, though, but again, it's with all this rain, the turf. Okay. Balls slide a little bit quicker on the field because of all the rain, so it plays differently. And that might have been the case of what happened there. That's Gill, Keesla Gill. Cat Sargent chases that one down for Baker. Keeps it out of harm's way. CMU with a throw-in, though, deep in Wildcat territory. Ball's thrown in. That's Berger. Berger had the 4th goal of the evening, just right before halftime. Gill goes down. That'll be a foul on number 18, Kate Niermeyer. So it'll be a free kick. Almost as good as a corner kick for CMU in a real good spot. And I think this is Lee on the free kick. Again, we don't have the best jersey, so it's hard to see, but I'm going to assume this is Lee, and it is. Lee sends one into the box. Headed. Still in play. Across the face of goal, nothing. About 7 minutes left here. Clock continues to run. Maya Henriksen just got enough on that ball. It was almost a volley of sorts, but Georgia Martin able to punch that one out. And again, as we wind down, we'll get you final stats here from tonight, and we'll give a little bit of a preview of the matchup coming this Wednesday. Again, we'll have Monday men's basketball, Tuesday volleyball, Wednesday women's soccer. Thursday, we'll have reserve basketball. Friday, we'll have men's basketball. And what are we doing Saturday? Potentially some soccer? Okay. So, collision, I think that's Carly Edwards down. Edwards goes down, just about 5.5 minutes away. So, again, all these conference tournament games, volleyball, women's soccer, whatever it may be, you can catch it all live on the Hart Conference Network. So, if I haven't created the stream immediately following the game, don't worry, it will be up. You can watch all of them. I've had a few players and some coaches also panic, thinking that we weren't going to stream. We will stream. I just haven't set those games up, so do not fear. They will be available to watch. Depending on who it is, you'll either be listening to me. Apologies on that in advance. You'll be listening to Q Wildcat Norris for volleyball. So. So yeah, we'll have all those games for you live on the Hart Conference Network with just about 4.5 minutes left here. This is the final quarterfinal game to be completed this evening. And again, Benedictine took care of business against Park. That was the 4-5 matchup in Atchison. That was a 3-1 win for the Ravens. MNU shut out Grandview. It's a 3-6 matchup in Olathe in the Missouri Valley. Easy work of Clark University Pride. It's the 2 versus 7 matchup. So 2, 3, and 4 have all advanced. CMU will punch their ticket here within the next 3.5 minutes. Baker will see their season come to an end with a final record of 5-11-2, 4-7-1 in conference play. I'll give a shout out to their SID duo, Kyle Patrick and Matt Hevel. Thanks for providing all the info if you're tuning in and watching. And those other Wildcat fans out there, always appreciate folks listening to the streams. So just about 2.5 minutes left here. For the folks at home that you can't see what's going on in the box, you can tell it's been a 12-hour day. And someone got... Did she get red? Did she get a red card? I'll see if we can get a number. So, another yellow card. So Sadie Dittman, assessed a yellow card here in the final 2 minutes. Final 2 minutes of play. Meta up to Pinchard. CMU just trying to maintain possession and wind down these final few moments of the match. And that ball will be sent down to the corner. An ideal spot if you're an Eagles fan. Just put it down in the corner and try to waste as much time as you can here, as we're just about 90 seconds away.
Remaining in the match.
60-second countdown is on. Again, don't go away. We'll have quick recap and we'll get another yellow card and a red card. So that's going to make the administrators quite busy, as she's got to come off the field. We'll get her name and number here shortly. So number 22, Aubrey Korn, a senior defender out of Kansas City, is ejected from this contest. And, of course, meaning our administrative staff will have to make sure she gets off the field here. That ball will go over the top of the net. So it's about 30 seconds left here. I'm not sure if we'll even get down to be able to escort them off the field as the clock winds down here. Ball headed. Still in play. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So a little bit chippier as we close things out. And, of course, I've said it's postseason action. Someone's season's going to come to a close, and that's exactly what happened there. Some intensity as we wrap things up. But CMU's going to come away with a 5-0 victory over the Wildcats. Not the best way to finish, but CMU's going to move on. CMU finishes with 21 total shots, 12 of those shots on goal compared to 4 shots, 2 shots on goal for the Wildcats. CMU a pair of saves compared to 6 for the Wildcats, 4 corners for Central, 3 for Baker, and then 22 combined fouls, 5 yellow cards for Baker, including a red card for Aubrey Corrin there in the closing moments, and then a yellow card issued to head coach Dan Schmidlin. Individual stats from this game. Looking at CMU, really just controlled the pace from start to finish. 5 total shots for Christine Leak to lead the way. She finishes with 2 shots on goal, including a goal and an assist. 3 shots for Maya Henriksen. And 2 shots for Lacey Ann Murray, Mariana Bretto. Of course, Bretto, both her shots on goal as she finishes with a brace. Goals from Munoz, Leak, and Berger as well to cap this one. Candela Blanco Esteban finishes with 2 saves against 2 shots on goal and a full 90 minutes between the posts. So with that being said, CMU is going to move on. They're going to advance to the Hart semifinals. They improve to 16-1-1. And they advance, and they will take on the number 4 seeded Benedictine College Ravens here in the Hart semifinals on Wednesday, November 8th. Here at Davis Field, that'll most likely be an evening kickoff. Baker sees its season come to an end with a final record of 5-11-2 as the 8th seed. So CMU versus Benedictine coming up this Wednesday. That'll be a 1 versus 4 matchup, and then of course we'll have MNU as a 3 seed taking on and we'll pay a trip to Marshall, Missouri as they take on Missouri Valley College. So 1, 2, 3, 4 matchup for the Hart semifinals. All higher seeds advance. The action will happen next Wednesday in the Hart semifinals. So that'll do it here from Davis Field. Again, not a best way to end these games, but CMU comes away with a 5-0 victory, a shutout over the Baker Wildcats to advance to the Hart semifinals. So that'll do it here from Davis Field. This has been Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central. I want to give a shout out to a few of my folks. Caitlin Streeter on the stats, Alan Baldwin just hanging around all day, helping me with football and coming and helping with some soccer as well. Matthias Stork on the scoreboard, KJ Johnson doing a little bit of everything, as well as Delaney Miller, even at DeTheo, working a full day after playing some Saturday morning volleyball, and the rest of my staff. So shout out to all those guys and all that they do. I don't give them enough credit, but I guess they do all right for me. So we'll keep them coming back if you guys will let them. So that'll do it here. Final score, CMU comes away with a 5-0 victory at Davis Field. We'll have more postseason soccer action for you next Wednesday here on the Hart Conference Network. So for all of us here at CMU, this is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central. We appreciate you tuning in. So long from Fayette. You've been listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network.